Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Today we're taking a look at the Sig P365 chambered in 380. Let's take a look. Hey guys, it's Kelly here from Armed and Feminine, and we have another offering up from Sig tonight, and it is the P365 chambered in 380. You know, when I was talking with the folks there, and we happened to talk about the number of students that I have, which of course are 99.9% women, they said, you know, do you want to try the 365 and 380? Sure, we'll try that in 380. So the purpose of this one really would be for people who are a little more recoil sensitive. You know, there's not a significant difference between the 380 and the 9, but for some, it is felt in the recoil. And so again, another transition type of gun if you want to move up to 9, but in 380. So when we take a peek at all of this, you know, first impression, I'm going to tell you, I cheated. I used this in a class on Saturday and let several ladies try it. They liked it. So right out of the box, they thought it was nice. And you know, with a new shooter, we try to take that graduated step from a 22 to a 380 to a 9, and we just work our way up the ladder that way to get them used to it and understanding how to manage that recoil. So this particular gun, it performed flawlessly on our line, and we had several different women who tried it. So when I take a look at it and I think about, you know, what do I like about it, pros, cons, you know, pretty much it's exactly like the 365, just chambered in 380. Now, I know we'll have you naysayers that'll say, 380 is not a viable round. Yes, it is. You know, it's just a little bit shorter than the 9mm. The bullet isn't as heavy, but you know what? If this is the gun you got and that's what you're comfortable with and that's what you can accurately shoot, it's going to be a viable option. Do you want to stand in the front of this 380? No. Viable round. If you are recoil sensitive, go ahead and try it. So, you know, the P365 has just taken the micro market, EDC market by storm. So why not just go ahead and chamber it in something a little bit lighter. So let's go ahead and put a few rounds through this and talk a little bit more about it after that. So I am going to use Sig Sauer official ammunition, 380 auto of course, and 100 grain, which is a little heavier than most 380s, which is usually about 95 grains that we find on the market. Now, one thing that concerns me about these guns, while they are pretty much visually like identical, P365, P365, that can be confusing because this is the 9mm and this is not. The only place we're going to see that difference on this gun, of course, is going to be on the barrel. You should always, always, always look at the barrels of your gun. We see 380 here and 9mm right here. The other thing that they have it marked on is the magazine. So you will see on the magazine that it is marked here in 380 and the other one is marked in, 9mm. So you have to be really conscientious if you have both of these guns that you are choosing the correct ammunition for each one. So you'll notice that this grip looks different. I did that to this gun with a Talon grip, but otherwise these are going to be visually identical. So make sure you're always checking the barrels of your guns to make sure you're putting the correct size cartridge in. You know, this spring these are brand new and these are tight. I got to really stand on them, and these rounds, I can't even get it in. I have to get my Uplula. The rounds are really smaller than what I'm used to loading as well. Let me just struggle a little more in front of you. You can have a laugh at my expense. And while you're doing that, remember to hit the subscribe button and leave us a comment of why you use an Uplula and not hurt your thumb. Alrighty, we're just going to shoot down at this steel silhouette. We'll put 2 mags through it and talk a little bit more about it. I'm going to start with the extended magazine here. Also, you'll get 2 magazines, 10 round capacity. And for me, you know, it's always a great place for your pinky to have a home. Having that pinky really helps to manage recoil as well. Which, if you haven't seen, I have a great article in Women's Outdoor News about that. Okay, so that was a lot of fun. For those of you who don't think 380s are fun or good or viable, you haven't shot this gun. It's really great. Now you saw the steel, like it didn't actually swing every time. Again, we have a lighter weight bullet than usual, but it did the job. Let's try the second mag. Alrighty, so I've seated the flush magazine this time, and so it's a little shorter, and my pinky's sort of on it, not completely, but good enough. Second piece, when you're working with these micros, when you're sizing them up for yourself, when you get your good grip on there, be very careful about how close your thumb is coming to the end of the muzzle. So if you are in the market for a micro subcompact, but you might be a little recoil sensitive for a 9mm, this is certainly a viable option for you. It has the same amazing features and benefits as the original P365, but just in a lighter load. So for the recoil sensitive folks, P365 chambered in 380 might be just what you need. Remember, hit the subscribe button, give us a like, or a comment if you have tried this gun chambered in 380 or what you like or don't like about 380s, and I can argue with you in the comments. And special shout out thanks to the folks at Sig for letting me demo this gun. Remember, it's your life, protect it. I'm hangry tonight. Yeah. See, I'm getting hangry.